everyone doing today? Oh, my camera angle's weird. Look who we have here. It's a teddy bear. Isn't he so cute? He got a little haircut. He's like, why do you make me do these things? But I know you guys love him, so yeah, here he is. Hey, surrounded by colors, how are you doing today? How is everyone doing today? Let me know. Let me just turn up my mic a little bit. Yeah, he got a little haircut, so he's skinnier now, but he's just less fluffy, and we always do this kind of style, like especially when the warmer weather comes, so everyone say hi to Ted. He's very sleepy. We went for a very, very long W earlier. W-A-L-K. I don't want to say it or else I'll freak out. But how is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is excited for the Mental Health Live today. Teddy, do you want to get down? Do you want to go downstairs? Okay. Well, I figured you guys could say hi to Theodore, but he is probably going to, go chill downstairs with my mom or something. I'm good. How are you? Ted is such a cutie. Yeah, he is a cutie, to be honest. And I am doing really well, to be honest. Today's been a really good day. So far, it's been a really good week. So we just keeping the good vibes going, All right, everybody. Say goodbye to Ted. Bye, Ted. Okay, he's gonna go out of the room now so he doesn't bark. And now he's mad at me for doing that, but I just wanted him to say hi. He's not going to take up the whole show or whatever, the live. But how is everyone doing today? Let me know how you doing. How is everyone's mental health, especially? Because that is what we're going to be talking about today in our monthly mental health live. Yes, keep the good vibes going. Literally, this playlist that I'm playing through my computer, through YouTube, is called Good Vibes. So, yeah. But how is everyone else doing today? I see a few people just popped in. So, how is everyone doing? Let me know in the chat. But I am going to turn off the music now. And we're going to do our first couple of housekeeping things, just to kind of update you guys, give you guys some Star Sketch updates. I'll even show you a work in progress that I'm working on for painting, and I'll even show you guys a painting that I finished that's not for sale yet, and I'll show you some paintings that I will be having, or that I do have for sale currently in my shop. And if you guys looked at my community post, I'm going to be doing a little giveaway during this. Nothing too major, just 2 winners, 2 small prizes, but I mean, I think that would be kind of fun. And I would be doing it through my phone. I'm just going to do the Wheel of Names app thing at the end, so be sure to stay the whole live in order to be a part of the giveaway. Hi Maria, how are you doing? I need a mental health break today, lol. Well, here's your mental health break, just to kind of, we're gonna do some journaling today. We're gonna watch one of my old videos from 2019 that talks about my mental health journey, and I will be pausing during it to kind of explain some things, or if you guys have questions or whatever. And I feel like might be interesting for you guys to learn about that, because some of you are newer subscribers and probably didn't even know I was doing videos back then. So, and all of my older videos, especially from 2018, 2019, are all on my playlists. So if you guys are ever bored and wanting to watch old videos that are not on my videos page, you can go check those out, because why not? Hey, Denise, how are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. I'm glad that everybody was able to come by. So, it's a couple things that I would like all of you to do is be sure to have your journal out, aka your writing journal out, because we will be doing some journaling here in a little bit. And also take out a coloring book that you would like to color in for the end. We do like a little color in chat and just kind of talk about life. So be sure to have those things out, and of course your writing, coloring supplies, etc. So while I'm kind of talking here in the beginning, you can get those things set up unless you already have. I'm just going to take a quick sip. But we're going to be talking about some Star Sketch updates and just some things first. So let me show you guys. I finished this painting literally yesterday, and I'm actually super excited to put it up on the shop, and I'm hoping somebody, you know, purchases it or puts it in their home. Like, I'm so excited. Look at this. So I actually asked you guys over on Instagram for some art ideas, and this was one of them. Basically, Chelsea, aka Chelsea's Creative Escape, gave me the idea to do a galaxy type thing in like an eyeball, but I didn't want to just do like an eyeball with a galaxy in it, you know? So I did like a little outer space moment in the eye, but then around it is like some trippy drips, some moons, and even mandalas. So this will be in my shop real soon, and I just love it. I'm thinking about putting a little gloss clear acrylic sealer on it just to give it that, you know, on there. We'll see. I would just have to like do this outside or whatever because it's really potent. So definitely recommend that if anybody uses that. Definitely do it outside. And then this is my current work in progress that I literally started today, and probably won't finish it till tomorrow. But it says, "We are the Earth." It's kind of hard to see right now. I'm going to be putting in all the like highlights and stuff in. But basically, this is I got the idea from, I can't even remember who gave me the idea. Somebody, and you can, you know, say in the comments below if this was you. But basically, someone gave me the idea to do like a hip earthy / eco / like hippie vibe painting. So I figured I could do like the Earth, right? And then it says "We are the Earth" because like, you guys know that song by Lil Dicky that's like, "We are the Earth, it is our planet." I can't sing, but you guys probably know that song, or if you don't, look it up. It's hilarious. It has a bunch of different like singers in it. But that's what I thought of immediately when I started to do this. So I was like, I need to put "We are the Earth" because like, we are part of this lovely planet, and so why not make it clean and stuff. And I didn't want to do something traditional like peace, love, the earth, or something like that. So I did "We are the Earth," and then it's like all these flowers. So I'm still working on this, you know, just trying to get all the details done. Just started it today. It's obviously going to have like a night sky around it, so there's still some things to do. But yeah. I think that is really amazing. I love it too. Thank you. I think you were talking about the first painting, but yes, I love it too. Yes, LOL, my teen boys love that song. Yeah, I don't know why, I do too. I think it's just funny. And I love, like, "I'm a baboon," and then, like, "and I'm Kevin Hart," or whatever. Anywho, my glossy accent doesn't smell. Well, it's not that this smells, it's just like, you know, it's kind of like a spray almost, so it's kind of like spray paint or whatever, and I really don't want to inhale those fumes, so, yeah, so that's why I do this, like, out in my garage or whatever. Not necessarily a kid song, exactly. That's the thing too, because it's by Lil Dicky. Like, he does like, you know, kind of controversial stuff for like parodies of songs, whatever. But anywho, those were the two paintings, one that I finished yesterday and one that I'm currently working on. For those of you that don't follow me on Instagram, what are you doing? I'm just kidding. You can follow me right up here, Star Sketch Artist. But basically I posted that I have 3 new paintings for sale. I was going to wait till the 23rd, which is the major art drop. But that's going to be more like stickers, merch, and other things, so be excited. The reason why I'm doing it on the 23rd, which I had somebody ask me that, oh no, you're good, Denise, you're good. I figured you didn't know it was a spray. I probably should have taken off the thing to show you, like, it's a spray thing. Anywho, but yeah, it's like a spray. What was I gonna say? But yeah, so basically, I was gonna do like a bunch of paintings, but I'm like, you know what? I haven't put out new stickers in a while or new merch in a while, so that'll be all on the 23rd. So be excited for that. And the reason why I chose the 23rd in particular is that, well, one, it's right before I go to Disney, which I'm so excited about, guys. Literally only like less than a month away, basically, till Disney, which is insane. And on top of that, the 23rd is actually my Nana's, like, death anniversary, I guess, the day that she passed away back in 2009. If you guys don't know, it's just a really, it was like the first, like, major death for me, growing up, and I miss her a lot. And because of her, like, basically is why I have, you know, my Mickey tattoo and stuff, and like my last major memory I have with her is going to Disney, so which is why it's so like, oh, I'm so excited to go to Disney, but it's gonna be me and my dad, and it was my dad's mom that passed. So yeah, so the 23rd and just that whole week, the last part of May will just be a major time for me of just like reflection, thinking about my Nana and stuff, and I wanted to do something in honor of her, and what better way to do that than to, you know, make some artwork and commemorate that. And, you know, I might do something related to breast cancer as well with that, because my Nana did pass away partly from breast cancer. She was a breast cancer survivor, but anywho, she battled it once and then got re-diagnosed. But yeah, I do bet she is really proud of me, to be honest. Like, looking down on me like, oh my god, you're doing your own thing, you know? Yeah. But anywho, before I cry, I haven't like cried about her in so long, but like just thinking about it, I'm just like, oh, I wish she had met Teddy or like Henry, because this was all like before Teddy or Henry even were a thing, so she would probably not like it though. I don't think, she was more of a cat person. But anywho, going on a tangent here, let's see, don't get that mixed up with Hairspray. There was a woman who mixed up her hair gel with Gorilla Glue. She didn't look and started putting her hair gel in. That's awful. I think I've heard about that, but no, I leave it with my paint stuff because that is all my paint stuff over there. My getting ready stuff is like all back there under that like moon sun tapestry that you guys see. So that's like my getting ready area, so it's completely separate from everything else. Thank God, or else I would be like, ooh, what's this? Or whatever. But these are the paintings that I now have in my shop, so they're all $20 each. If you live outside of the US, I highly recommend going to my Etsy. And you could do free shipping there, or if you go through my website, I ship to anywhere as well. You just have to pay a little extra for shipping if you want it through my website. But either or, you can order these through either my Etsy or my website. The Linktree link in the description. If you want to go like heart my shop or save my website if you haven't already, the Linktree link has all the links to everything. I just updated it recently too with like, you know, all different stuff. If you guys want me to show that on the stream, I can do that real quick and share my screen. But this is the first painting, Your Vibe Attracts Your Tribe. I just did a black background, kind of made it like kind of neon and like a bright thing with some trippy doodles. Again, this one is $20, along with this one is also $20. This one says take care of yourself with a bunch of trippy, and somebody asked me how I did the different colors in the background, and I did that with watercolor paint. I've been using watercolor paint a lot more with my acrylic paint, and I just think that it looks awesome. And yes, I use a gold acrylic pen for the lettering. Lettering is still something I'm working on, guys, so I'm sorry if you guys don't like my lettering. And then this is my biggest one. Again, still 20. And yes, I did use watercolor for the background, and it says I'm fine. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I can explain it if you guys want me to. I mean, basically the whole gist of it is like sometimes we'd be like, I'm fine, like smiling like we're actually fine. But then there's other times where we're like, I'm fine. and like you're actually not fine. So this is like a mix of both. Kind of my own idea with like my drippy smiley face that I like to do and stuff. So yeah, and then I did like a white acrylic paint pen for all the stars that you guys see on there. So yeah, so those are all the new paintings in my shop. And again, yeah, exactly, when we're not fine. Like, even though we say that we're fine, it's like, or really not kind of a thing. It's a whole message. But yes, as I said in the beginning, there is a mini giveaway that I will be announcing the winner at the end of the live. So be sure to stick around for the whole live in order to, you know, be a part of the giveaway. I will be choosing 2 winners from this live in particular, and you'll be receiving these items. So each person will be receiving the mental health print pack and the mental health sticker pack, which are both available in my shop. So if you're watching this afterwards and you want to get these, they're both available in my shop right now, only on my website. I only sell paintings on my Etsy. So if you would like to get stickers or prints, head over to my website. But yes, there will be 2 winners, and since, you know, it's a mental health live, and also it's Mental Health Awareness Month, I figured I could give away some prints and stickers to 2 lucky winners. So again, if you stay for the rest of the live, I will be choosing the winner at the end. So let's get started with our first thing, our first activity. And that is we're going to be doing some journaling. So take out your journal, you know the vibes. I'm going to get my pen out of my little, you know, like Lazy Susan thing. Or actually, I think I put it over here. Yes, I did. It's hiding. My little pen. I think I had somebody ask me where I got my pens from, and I usually just get them from like Dollar Tree, honestly, because, you know, they're cheap and they work well. So yeah, the more you know. So I found on Pinterest a list of 9 journal prompts for mental health. So we are going to go through those one by one. If you guys want me to type them out in the chat, I can, but they will be displayed on the screen, so I don't necessarily have to. Let me know if you do want me to do that, though. And yeah, so these are the, journal prompts specifically for mental health that I found. I was thinking about watching one of my mental health journal with me's, but honestly, with timing, it would just be too long. So if you guys want to, feel free to check out all of my other mental health journal with me videos. Here, this is how you can access them. I'll show you guys. So you first go to YouTube, and then however you find my channel, whether it's searching or whether it's, you know, under your subscriptions, I'm just going to go like your channel. And then you go over to playlists, and then you scroll down, and if you go to the 2019 playlist, as you guys can see, there's a bunch of unlisted videos that were from my, you know, not when I first started, because when I first started was when I was in high school, and I've gotten rid of all of those videos because they're so cringy. But as you can see, if you scroll down here a little bit, I have so many videos you probably didn't even know about. I used to do Stargirl Stories. It was like a daily video series that I did on top of like weekly stuff, and then I did like a break thing. But I'm pretty sure it's actually not under 2019. I think it's under, oh, you can actually just go to the Journal with Star playlist. There you go. And you'll see the mental health journal with me, journal ideas for depression, mental health journal with me, self-love and self-esteem, anxiety, memories. I even did it in a vlog. This was like my top 12K views. Are you kidding me? Mental health journal with me flip through. I have not seen the view count on that in such a long time, so this was just surprising to see. Summer edition might be a good time to do that now, just before summer. Birthday edition, if you have like a birthday, you know, you can make a little page. I did that for my birthday. Cozy fall edition, Halloween edition. I did a relationship journal. Obviously don't have that anymore because I'm not with that person. Mental health journal with me, gratitude, brain dump, and more/less. This is a more newer one. Same with these: start, stop, avoid, continue, spread. Heartbreak, you guys remember that one. Depression journaling with prompts. This is more like not me journaling, it's just like a voiceover thing, which I find interesting. It was a new thing I decided to do. Finished journal flip through and start a new journal, and then I did some self-love. Did a self-love section. If you guys want me to continue that workbook, let me know. As you guys know, I did my self-care summer workbook series this month. We're still doing it. And this is also in the new playlist of the self-care summer workbook series. Magazine collaging, a new one. Journaling supplies haul. You guys know, these are all like my newer ones. But if you go back a little bit, you guys can actually see some mental health journaling ones. So highly, highly recommend those. But yeah, so feel free to, binge watch those. Oh my god, and you just said, oh my, some binge watching later for me, lol. Yeah, if you just go to my channel under playlists, you guys can find some unlisted videos that I don't have in the YouTube algorithm, but you guys are able to see. So yeah, there's that. I have a huge list of completed pages videos. Yeah, so binge away. So I'm just going to write the date. Here, actually, we're going to put in that good vibes music in the background, but I'll turn it down a bit. These are just some things I've been watching. Don't mind me. All right, I think it's under my, yeah, right here. I was trying to find some music for you guys to listen to. Okay, let's go back to this. So we're gonna do mental health, journal, live sesh as my title. Let me know if the music's too loud or anything, just let me know. I keep finding new channels and start watching their videos. Same! I just found Cinnamon Toast Ken recently, and I've been obsessed with his videos, his like reacting videos. They're just nice to have in the background. So, number 1 for our little journal session. Yes, I love new channels. I need to work on my channel, but I am so busy. That's okay. Get some inspiration, So first, the first question is, write a thank you note to a family member. And if you would like to, feel free to type out your answers in the chat. You do not have to just write them in a journal. But feel free to write out your thank you note and just make sure you say who it's to. Yeah. You could just say mom, dad, sister, whatever. And exactly, Denise, sometimes life does get in the way. Write a thank you note to a family member. Alright, so my thank you note says, thank you, Mom, for being there for me and hugging me the other night. She legit gave me a hug. But it's nice to color after all the craziness. And yeah, that's why I'm so excited to color with you guys, because I haven't colored all day. I've just been like doing art and star sketch work, so it will be nice to just kind of relax and chill and color with you guys. But feel free to write out your thank you note in the chat. I'm going to move on to the next question, though, which is, what is the one hobby that you would like to start? Yeah, exactly, Denise. Whether it's journaling, coloring, just something relaxing at the end of the day. So the hobby that I wrote down that I would like to start doing is jewelry making, because if you guys saw my Instagram story, I recently cleaned out my desk and I have a whole bin of just like, you know, jewelry making stuff. So that is definitely something that I would really, really like to. I mean, I dabbled in it a little bit, but I haven't been like, you know, really like looking up YouTube videos on how to do it and stuff like that. So that kind of a thing. I wrote the first one in my journal, but I would love to get back into sewing. Sewing! That's a good one. I like to junk journal, but I know if I do, my husband is really going to think I'm nuts, especially with Temu. Oh my god. Some junk journal pages are so beautiful. Yeah, you could just even like, you know, just use like magazines or newspaper that you get in the mail even, or just even use like, you know, you print out pictures online or something and make a little collage for you to, you know. My mom was a seamstress surrounded, I learned from her. Oh, nice. That's awesome. All right, the next question is, what are the books you would like to read that makes you feel happy? And there's a reason why I chose this one. You guys will know at the end. Like this list of prompts. So the type of books that I wrote down were, well, first is an actual book called Everything Everything. And the reason why I say that is, one, it's my favorite book of all time, but two, one of my friends, which you guys probably know, Color by Brandy, we have each other on Snap, and basically she's posted to her story that she actually bought it because she saw it on me talk about it on one of my videos. But she decided to buy it, and yeah. So I really want to reread that. Self-help books and poetry books, which is literally, I have so many on my bookshelf currently. I love reading Harry Potter to my kids, Harry Potter books. Nice! You guys both said Harry Potter, Surrounded by Colors, and Maria. I want to get back into drawing and painting. Yes, Maria, I would love to see your drawings and paintings over on the Discord, which I could do a little plug here. If you guys aren't a part of the Discord server yet, be a part of it. I have two of them, actually. I have a coloring one, and I have a not a mental health, just Star Sketch one. We do have a mental health chat in there, too. Some of you guys are already a part of that, but yeah. But yes, definitely post some of your pictures, Maria. I'd love to see those. Any books I read, I feel happy. I read mostly mystery or horror-based books. Interesting, but I'm happy as I'm reading it. So any book, really. I like getting lost in my imagination. Nice. That's awesome. Surrounded, she's made all my bedding. She made clothes when I was little. She made the best pajama bottoms. Nice. But she made all your clothes, lol. I used to sew Civil War era dresses and go to reenactments. That's really cute, cool. And yes, show me your high school artwork in the Discord after this live, whatever you can. Just like share your high school art. I'd love to see that. All right, we're going to move on to number 4, which is, what would your perfect life look like? It's a very heavy question, but you could be kind of general with it if you want. Alright, so I said just generally. And hi, Livy G. How are you doing? My perfect life is a life where I'm comfortable, money-wise, not rich, just comfortable enough, living in a cabin surrounded by nature with my husband and kids. That sounds awesome. For me, I said waking up early. You know, my morning would consist of like breakfast, working out, and getting ready, whatever my workout is for that day. Creating art and content, journaling, reading, being spiritual, you know, doing all my favorite things. Being sure that I include, you know, family time and having family dinners, not just, you know, being at home all the time. And having plans on the weekends with whoever I decide to hang out with, which all of those things are kind of already things I do now, so I want to just continue that moving forward, which is awesome. Good, you? I'm doing good, Livy G. How about I think I already asked how about yourself, that's why you said good. We're doing some journaling right now before we react to a video together. And can't forget the coloring stuff, need that too. Have a coloring studio, nice! Another room as a library and I'd be in heaven. That sounds awesome. Awesome, awesome. Alright, feel free to answer the question in the chat, but we're going to move on to number 5, which is write about a time that you helped someone that made you feel good. Surrounded by Color says, any time one of my boys tells me they love me, nothing is better than that. Aw, that's cute. But yeah, definitely I feel like as a mom, like, if anybody said that to, like, any of your children, I should say, said that to you, that would make you definitely feel good. I want an art studio. Same, Maria. You know, I have no idea. I do want an art studio so bad. Oh, and I help them by keeping a roof over their heads. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm still kind of writing mine out. I actually just had to write down one word. So, basically, I don't know when it was. It was definitely before COVID. Me and my dog Teddy would go down the street and there would be, you know, an old lady that lived near me that loved seeing Teddy. Every time she saw Teddy, she she was so happy. And I don't know if she still lives there anymore or anything. I haven't seen her. I mean, she wouldn't normally come out anyways that much. But I would literally, like, go and visit her and, like, show her Teddy and everything. But this was all before COVID, so now it's, like, a little complicated. But I really miss doing that, of just, like, you know, visiting with elderly or just, you know, talking with them and seeing what they're doing and stuff like that. Let's see. Anytime I help someone, I feel good. Honestly, there aren't a lot of people who help others nowadays. I always try to help my coloring family and just the gratitude and smile for someone. Aw, nice. I help my sister with her homework. Nice. I love helping others and try to get people to pay it forward. So as long as I have done a good thing, it makes me smile. Nice. That's awesome. I love that. I love that you guys are so, like, we're all, like, giving people, you know? All right, number 6, create a short list, or I don't know where I got short from. Create a list of people that you should stop spending time with. Ooh. You guys don't have to, like, you guys do not have to list out this one, but in your own mind or in your journal, make a list. Yeah. I forgot about this question. But this one's a good one. This one's a good one. It's a touchy one. LOL, LOL. Yeah, like I said, you guys don't have to, like, write the list or anything on the chat. Just in your own head, like I said, or in a journal. Just think about what people in your life do you honestly think you should stop spending time with. Or even, this could even be people that you shouldn't even give the time of day to. I'm listing out names, but I'm not going to say who they are. Yes, overall, negative people is just such... I'm going to write that too. Because, like, that's a good, like, overall, like, just anybody that's, you know, bad vibes. No. All right, number 7 is who inspires you the most. So feel free to answer this one. Who inspires you most? Sorry if you hear a car in the background. My mom is leaving to go somewhere. I don't have names, but people who are toxic and people who have a I'm better than you attitude and think they're perfect. Yeah, no, that's perfect, Denise. People who make me feel like I can't be myself around them. Yes. Same. Alright, so the people that inspire me the most, I just named like a few people. I said my mom, Kayla Nicholson, Trippy Draws. Kayla Nicholson, by the way, is a YouTuber. Trippy Draws is also like a big name in the trippy art community. I just love everything she does. And Melanie Martinez. You guys saw my React video. I love her. Aw, thank you, Maria. I inspire you. Aw. Thank you. 7 was who inspires you the most. Yes, thank you, Livy. I appreciate that. Who inspires you the most? Feel free to still write that down. I'm gonna just say number 8. What is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? So I'm gonna write that down, but feel free to still answer number 7. Who inspires you the most? What is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? You're welcome. Check the time. That's a good one. Yeah. That's what I usually do too, honestly, is I check the time. But I wasn't thinking that, so I would have said that too. Because I usually like check my phone and like just see the time. I go pee and then make coffee to even function. Then I'm a smoker, grab a smoke and enjoy the quiet. Nice. Nice. That sounds pretty chill. I said I put my dogs out because every morning I get up, you know, get myself, you know, awake, put on glasses and everything, and literally the first thing I do is literally just go outside. Well, not go outside, but like put my dogs out and I go pee. Many YouTubers inspire me. Mariah Elizabeth is one of them. She is so artistic and I love her art style. I'm gonna have to look her up then, because I love any artist YouTubers. So what is everyone's first thing? Oh yeah, some people already said that. Okay. So, the last question is, what is your favorite self-care activity? So I said my favorite one is being at my altar over there and giving myself a tarot reading or meditating or reading a book, one of my spiritual books. Just being over there is like, I feel like I'm recharging myself. It's kind of like my recharge station to kind of, you know, just be with spirit, you know? Hi Cody, how are you doing today? We're just finishing up some journaling before we watch a really old video of mine. So that should be interesting. And then end off with a color chat while we pick out giveaway winners, which, if you guys weren't here in the beginning, we're doing a giveaway. 2 winners will receive the mental health print pack and the mental health sticker pack, both sold in my shop, only on my website. So if you stick around to the end, then you'll have a chance to win. I don't know if this is self-care, but if I'm feeling stressed, I like to find a quiet place to listen to music. That is 100% self-care. Anything that's taking care of you in that moment to put yourself first is a self-care activity. So going to a quiet place to listen to music, perfect self-care activity. I had to step away for a second, but I'm back. You're good. We were just talking about what is your favorite self-care activity? And then I don't know if you saw the other one, Surrounded by Colors, but number 8 is, what is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? So what is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning, and what's your favorite self-care activity? Feel free to answer those, but I am going to explain. So the reason why I chose all of this is because each of them represent a different thing that you can use to cope with your mental health. So the person that you chose to write a thank you note to is your not that there's prioritization in your family, but it's your go-to person to go to like vent to, or to, you know, like your number one person that you can go to about your mental health. My self-care is going to a night drive, going 120 on a back road. Oh my god, Cody, that's, be safe. But I get it, you're a guy, so you can do that. You also live out in the middle of nowhere, so. But yeah, so the family member one, that's your number one person in your life. Number 2, the one hobby that you'd like to start. This is something that you can use as a distraction with your mental health, so definitely make a plan to do that thing. Don't just say, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then not do it. I will check back in with you guys next week, or the week after, or whatever, and I'll be like, did you do your hobby? The books that you like to read, so everything that you listed for the books you should be reading, and, you know, make time to read as a coping skill to like escape almost. Random question, but what inspired you to start YouTube? I can answer that right after I explain this, and my dog keeps trying to type for me. I made coffee in the morning first, and okay, so you make coffee first in the morning. Awesome. Number 4, what does your perfect life look like? So this one is supposed to be, what habits can you incorporate into your life? Here, I'm going to turn off the music because I feel like I'm like yelling over it. But for that one, whatever you said for your perfect life, just incorporate some habits in your life currently to make that perfect life happen. So like, for example, for some of you, you said to have, like, you know, your own art studio space. Maybe you could just have one section in your house or in your room and just make that your dream space. So clean it out, you know, organize it, have it be however you like it to be, but like make it your style, and don't feel like you have to be that perfect lifestyle. Have it be your perfect life. You know what I mean, like, by that? Okay. The part where we talked about right about a time the right about a time that you helped someone that made you feel good. That is another coping skill to use, is like to pay it, not only pay it forward like Denise was saying, but also to basically like do something to help somebody else, because then in turn, like Denise was saying, it makes you feel better. So that is another coping skill that you guys can incorporate. Create a list of people that you should stop spending time with. Again, I said don't be, you know, listing them out, you know, and all of that in the chat. But these are the people that really damper your mental health. So these are people that you should be avoiding and people that you shouldn't be having in your life. So whoever you put down in that list, and whoever, if you even just said in general, like negative people, just don't even give them the time of day, basically. For who inspires you the most, these are the people that you should be looking up to, and basically analyze how they live their life and see how you can incorporate it into your own life to make it your own. So you know how, for example, when I make artwork, I do look up references and inspiration and stuff like that, but I don't do exactly the same thing as somebody else. I kind of make it my own. Do the same thing with the people that make you feel inspired. How are they living life that you would like to, and incorporate those habits to get to that? You know what I mean? What is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? This is your values, you know, the things that you really, you know, prioritize in your life. So for me, I really prioritize my dogs, which is very true. I do anything for them. They're like my children, kind of. I take care of them most of the time, so it's like, you know, they're a big priority to me. If you said like going pee or like making yourself coffee, then you tend to put yourself first, but not in a selfish way. You try to make sure that your needs are met before you take care of other people, kind of a thing. So yeah, and your favorite self-care activity is just something that makes you feel at peace. That makes you feel at peace with the world and life and everything. So, you know, whatever your self-care favorite one is, that's the one that you should be going to anytime that you feel stressed, anytime that you feel upset about something, or whatever the case. So yeah, so you kind of created yourself a little list of things to help with your mental health from all these questions. So feel free to, you know, spend time with those positive people, work on that hobby, you know, read those books, incorporate better habits into your life. Help someone else in need. Don't give the negative people the time of day. And especially, you know, figure out your priorities in life, and also be sure to use your stress relief activities in your life whenever you feel that way. So that is the end of the journal sesh. So I'm just going to put my journal away. Your favorite self-care activity is coloring. So yeah, that brings you peace. That brings you, you know, a sense of weight off your shoulders, basically. Yes, I love coloring. Same. I want a big farm. My bunny's nice. Nice. So to answer your question, Livy, before we get into the video, just real quick, what inspired me to start YouTube, it's basically, I started YouTube when I was in high school, and it was just more or less an outlet for me to be creative and showcase to people, you know, you don't have to be perfect, you don't have to live a certain way or anything like that, those kind of things. So yeah, but yeah, so I don't know. It's just something I wanted to start to kind of be. It kind of started my creative juices because I never was really into art until my last couple of years of high school. So yeah. So I just started as like a little creative outlet. I was kind of that kid that was kind of shy and quiet and didn't really have, but if I did have a friend, I was so outgoing and just so bubbly with them. Um, but like to new people or to people I didn't know or weren't friends with, I was very quiet. So, yeah. And doing activities with my kids and husband. Nice. That's awesome. So, we are now going to move on to this video, which, holy crap, this video was posted 3 years ago. So, as you guys can see, I had a totally different, vibe going on here with my description. I did have some people, say some things which we can read after if you want, but this video is kind of long. But I figured during this time, if you guys want to color or just chill out and listen, this is basically my 2-year recovery process. Basically, this video is going to outline everything I did to kind of get where I was in that moment. And I kind of just want to see how much, one, I've changed as a person, because as you can see, I had really short hair here. I used to have a pixie haircut, which is kind of unbelievable to think about that I even did that, but I did it. And do I regret it? No. But will I ever get it again? Probably not. It was just a time in my life where I felt like I wanted to have short hair. So, but again, this is all a part of the 2019 playlist that I have on my channel. So feel free to go binge watch all of those to, watch and entertain yourselves. But yeah, we're going to make this bigger and we're going to react to it. I can't. Oh my god, I look so different. I don't know why I wasn't wearing my glasses, but I guess just because I didn't want the glare or something. I don't know. But we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna pause at certain points to talk about some things. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy and feel free to. Here, I'm actually gonna turn this up. So I'm gonna keep my mic on, but not have my desktop on. Let me just make sure that the settings are all set with all that. Yeah, so my mic's on, but my desktop's off. Okay, cool. All right. I'm nervous for you guys to see this because I don't know if all of you were around in 2019 for my channel, but anywho.
Hey everyone, it's Stargirl066, and today we're in the comfort of my bed because I thought that this would be kind of a good, just like, maybe you have a cup of coffee right now and you're just kind of chilling out in your room. Or maybe you're on your lunch break at work and you're just kind of taking a break. This is more or less going to be a very, very serious video, and I'm going to share a lot about my personal story. As you can see by the title of this video, this is going to be all about the 2-year recovery process that happened with me. So I'm doing this kind of series on my channel. I'm
sorry for the skippiness of this video. I'm not quite sure why that's happening, but I hope that you guys can hear it okay. Let me know if you can. And yeah, this is so weird for me to watch back.
Sorry that I missed last week's upload. I have been going through a phase of depression, so I'm hoping to get out of it soon, and it feels like I'm getting back into the swing of things. It's more or less like, not so much depression, but like stress and anxiety, to the point that I'm like worrying about everything. So, and I apologize again for not uploading one that last week, but I did have the coping skills video, which you guys can check out in the description box down below, or I'll even put it in the eye, so you guys can check that out. But anyways, so this video is all about my 2-year recovery process. So I'm going to be talking about particularly 2017, 2018, and currently in 2019. But before we get into that, I am going to go into a little bit what happened before 2017 to give you guys some context. Disclaimer here, I'm not going to use any names of people if there's any sort of people that are involved, unless they're in my current life. So when we get to the 2019 part, I will use a name. I will be using a name of a YouTuber, but other than that, I won't be using any names. And it'll be very, very confidential.
I like you surrounded by
but
colors.
at the same exact time, I do want to tell my story in a very comfortable place for me. A very comfortable, safe place for me is my bed. It's probably my number one safe space. And then I know that I can't.
Oh my god, I totally forgot that I had a twin size bed, so like how small my bed is there. Holy crap. But now, yes, my bed is definitely like my most like it's like my safe place slash my desk. Um but now with my bed being a full size bed, heck yeah, it's definitely a safe space.
Judge myself for anything in this space. And I'm welcoming you guys in. My dog is here with me too. So he's just gonna be chilling and sleeping and stuff. You can't really see him, but maybe he'll come over. When I start to cry and stuff like that, he does get worried and come over to me.
Teddy
so
still
if he
does
senses
that.
he will come over to me and you guys may see him. But we're gonna try not to cry in this video, even though I know you guys love my little Teddy. He's my dog. He's been on my channel multiple times in the past. But I hope you guys enjoy this video and take something out of it in your own life experience. And maybe you can learn something from my experience that you can translate for your own life. So before we get into 2017 through current, before 2017, basically, of course, I was a kid, grew up, very nice households and everything like that. Skipping forward to 2015, I graduated from high school. I'm not going to say which one. I used to say it in my past videos. You can look at that, but I'm not going to mention it in this video. So yeah, I graduated from high school in 2015, like I said. And then I moved on, celebrated my summer and stuff like that. And in fall 2015, I completed my first semester of college at a community college, very small, or not small, it's a big college. A lot of people go there and stuff, but I didn't have to pay as much for it. So that was the end of 2015, and I started to date and stuff like that. I did date during high school, but that's besides the point.
Why am I talking about my dating life?
I don't really remember much of the beginning of 2016, to be honest. I know that was, yes, I do actually remember. So that was my second semester of college, and when I went to college, I went to major in early childhood education, excuse me. And
Not sure if you guys knew that or not, but yeah, I was going to school for early childhood education, but now I'm going to school for just general studies to just get all the credentials out of the way before I go on to therapeutic art. So clearly my life path changed, but it happens. It's actually more normal than you guys think. The, changing of degrees or careers, whatever.
And I completed my first semester with flying colors, like I passed all my classes and everything. And then I went into my second semester and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get all the work done. I felt like that I wasn't in the right major and everything, and I felt very lost. I felt like that I wasn't going to be able to find what my career path was going to be, because at this time my sister, she was in college, she was doing her own thing, so I felt kind of not jealous but like envious of everyone else that was in college that kind of knew what they were going for. And the people in my major kind of knew that they wanted to do early childhood education but always complained about the work and stuff. I mean, I did too, but I had a feeling inside of me that early childhood education just wasn't for me. Maybe it was a time in my senior year where I did an internship and it was just something to do to add to my resume. Because I did work at a child care center in my senior year, which prompted me to be like, I want to be a daycare teacher. So I went to college for it and then soon realized that it just wasn't for me. And because of that, I wasn't in the right headspace either. And I've grown a lot since then, which we'll talk about. But that was my first time in the hospital that year. Actually, that was the second time because it was my first time was in high school. Yep, in 2014. Or 2013, one of those years. And then in 2016, beginning of 2017, 2016. Oh my goodness. So the beginning of 2016 was my second semester of college. I didn't complete it, and I ended up getting admitted to a I can't talk. Psychiatric hospital. And I was there for about a month, and then I did an outpatient program in the city over from me, and then after that, that was kind of like the beginning, I guess, of my recovery. But the difference between recovery and the beginning of your recovery, to me anyways, is that the beginning of your recovery is more or less just you going through the motions and not taking a lot of action in your own life. Like, I was just doing this outpatient program and all this other stuff just to get done and over with so that I could figure out what my career is and
Well, I was also learning a lot. I will say that. A big part of the beginning of my recovery, I just wanted to mention here, is that I did a lot of learning, and I was just processing everything. And it was a lot to process because it was only like I don't even know how long the program was. It wasn't that long. I think I was done in like a month or two. But yeah, it was just a lot of like learning and sitting in groups, learning different things. It kind of felt like a class almost, but I was surrounded by other people on their own mental health paths, I remember. And yeah.
Figure out my life. When in reality, I should have taken what I learned there and incorporated it into what I'm supposed to do with my life, if that makes any sense. Like, I wasn't taking that aspect, and I wasn't taking the career aspect and mushing it together. They were just two separate things to me. And then the summer came around. That was fine. And then the end of 2016 was probably the beginning of the worst. I got meshed up with a lot of weird people summer of 2016. I'm not going to say weird because I don't know if any of them still watch my videos.
I doubt they do.
I doubt it. I know that I know one subscriber that watches me that were in that group of friends, but he wasn't one of the, like, he was kind of toxic, not really. He was, like, on the low end, but there was some really toxic people in this group of people that I was in. But you might be thinking, okay, you could have just left them and find some other friends. Well, it was all through online. I met all these people through a live stream app called YouNow.
Oh my god,
that app. At that time, I was really
Anyone know about that app?
It was great.
Curious.
I thought it was so cool to watch people live stream.
Still a thing, but I don't go on it.
With their daily lives, like what they do and stuff like that. Talk to people and make some friends. But I took it too far. And it became an addiction for me. Which is why so much nowadays I try not to be so connected online. I try to make sure I put my highlights of my life out there.
Yeah, I kind of do that same thing now. Like, I don't like post every day. I mean, the most, basically, Star Sketch to me is like my job. So the only thing I really post online is everything related to Star Sketch. And even if it was something personal, for example, I did a recent TikTok, or I started doing TikToks about my weight loss journey. That is a very personal thing, but I try to make it as a learning experience for the viewer to kind of gain a lesson from it and not necessarily just talk about me the entire time. But I didn't know any of those boundaries back then, and I would literally just tell random people on the internet everything about my life. Like, you guys don't know every single detail about my life because I try to separate my, online presence with, my personal life now that I've kind of, established that boundary. But during this time when I was doing this, I was still also on YouTube. I was making videos, doing my thing. But on the other end of it, I was also doing the live streaming thing and literally, talking to these random people I met online, which, it's so crazy the amount of effort, and the amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? The amount of time I spent online at this time during that summer. I could have been working on my coping skills. I could have been outside more. I could have been this, and this, but I wasn't. I was completely indulged in the online world, the online persona that I put myself in, and you know, and I say in this video, they were online friends and you could have just, whatever. And I could have just blocked them. I could have just done that. And I don't know why I say that in the video of like that I couldn't leave them because they were online. I don't know why I said that, but I guess it was hard for me because I didn't really have any personal in-person friendships at this time. Now I do, but not at the time of summer 2016. I was very lonely. I was very, didn't have many friends, and so I resulted to finding friends online, which is a bad thing and a good thing because I obviously still have some online friends currently, but I set up a boundary with them that basically I don't talk to them every day. I don't talk to them every day. I, make time for myself more and my family more than my online friends, kind of a thing. So yeah. I think it's amazing you were able to recognize what was happening and learn from it. Yeah. I mean, this was years later. This was, like I said, in 2019, 3 years ago, which is crazy to even think about. But yeah, it's insane how much things can change over the course of time, But let's keep going.
But I kind of remain all of my other shit going on in my life to the people that actually care about me, not so much people online. But I feel like you guys care about me enough to subscribe to me or click on this video. So that's why I'm sharing my story with you guys today.
I'm glad I'm just not too personal in this. But yeah.
Basically, I would video chat with these people. It was a group of like 20 people, which is insane. I would only talk to 10 of them were like my closest, and then the other 10 were just like friends of friends. But overall, it was like 20 people all together that I would talk to, and like I pretended to be my friend and stuff, but they all lived in different parts of the world. Like, I had some friends from like England. I'm gonna say friends because they weren't really friends.
Thank you, Surrounded by Colors. I care about you guys too.
I had friends from England. I had friends from all over the United States, in Canada, in Mexico. Like, I had all these people.
I don't remember the friend in Mexico, to be honest. I don't remember that. I don't remember a friend in Mexico. I remember some friends in like England and United States, but who was I friends with first off from Canada and second off from, actually no, I do remember from Canada, but I don't remember from Mexico, so that's new to me. That wiped out of my memory apparently. But that's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't watch this video beforehand, guys, so.
Well, not all of them video chatted with me in these groups, but I just had like all these people that I thought were like my best friends, and I apologize. My dog sometimes does this. No, I'm doing a video.
Yeah, Teddy will that scared the crap out of me. I forgot that happened in this video. But basically, if I, touch him a certain way, he thinks, and he was probably asleep is what happened. If I touch, like, the back of him, he thinks it's, like, I'm trying to hurt him or something. I don't know why he has that thing. But, yeah, he wasn't trying to actually bite me. He was just like, what are you doing? Or whatever. But there's Teddy from 3 years ago. Holy crap. That's a way to enter Teddy, but, he's a little bit more tame now.
Sorry. Whenever he gets a bad dream, he sometimes does that. And I got a message on my phone. Lovely. So many interruptions. But anyway.
It was only 2, but that's okay.
He just kind of, like, growls at me. I think I accidentally, like, touched a weak spot on his back or something, because I was, like, petting him and stuff, but... Anywho.
I explained it.
So that was the end of 2016, where I got mixed up with the wrong people, but also from, like, the summer of 2016 till, like, November of 2016, I was just, like, super addicted. I lived on the 3rd floor of my house. I'm on the 2nd floor, which I kind of like better, because I feel more connected to my family and stuff. When I'm on the 3rd floor, like, if I ever live up there again, I'm only going to make that my apartment, and I'm going to make the downstairs, like, the community area that I'll always...
That's kind of funny that I say that in this video, because I literally almost had a chance to not live up on the 3rd floor, but had a chance to have like a little art studio up there, and like still have my bedroom, so I could like separate, you know, my bedroom versus my work kind of a thing. That ended up not working out. But that's so weird that I mentioned that in this video, because I've talked about this in therapy multiple times of like, if I were to go back up there or whatever, things would be totally different now, because I have set up such better boundaries with people that I wouldn't even think about doing any of that, because why do that, you know, when I've done so much work. So it's really funny that not funny, but like weird that I mentioned that in this video.
Always be in, and then if I ever need alone time, or if I ever want to just go work, like I'll have like an office up there. If I ever want to relax, I'll have that, and then of course my bed. I want to make it like an apartment up there the next time that I'm up there, but I kind of abused that freedom when I was living on the 3rd floor. It was like, I felt like I could do anything up there and do whatever I wanted. But when I did whatever I wanted, it wasn't the right thing to do.
Exactly.
Which was video chatting with these people 24/7. Like at the most. Like sometimes it would be for 12 hours, sometimes for just 2, sometimes for however.
It's really crazy that I say that I used to video chat with those people like for so long. Now if I get on a like video call, like say if I did like, you know, decide to call up my friend while I was smoking, or call up my friend while I'm working on art, or I don't know. Usually I don't do any video calls during the day. It's very rare that I do. It's usually at night when most of my friends are home from work or whatever. But that's crazy. I get like exhausted after even just 1 hour of video chatting. So the fact that I did like 12 hours, that's insane to me. Like, that's insane. No wonder why I had so many migraines, because of the screen time. Jesus. I mean, I knew that I was on there a lot, but looking back at that now, I'm like, geez, no wonder why I had so many migraines. No wonder why I was, you know, and I wasn't taking care of myself at all either. We all have our moments that we look back on, and they seem crazy to us now. Yeah. No, really. Like, I don't see myself doing that anymore. Like, I love just going outside, or, like, walking my dogs now, or doing spiritual things that are offline. Like, I love that so much better. And now that I have my bestie, Victoria, like, her and I are going to hang out this weekend again. I kind of want her in one of the videos and do, like, the Bean Boozled challenge with her, which part 2 of that coming this Friday. For those of you that are watching the live. So I do that again. Oh my god, it's so funny. But no, like, her and I hang out in person. You know, I have some other people that I want to hang out in person. Like, I just enjoy in-person time so much better now. At this time, like, I thought online was fine, but that's not connecting with somebody. That's literally just, you're talking to your computer or you're talking to your phone. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy.
Long, but I don't think... Yeah, I was starting to go to school at that time too, so yes, I was going to school, and I was video chatting with these people. Like, I would be doing homework while video chatting with these people. Obviously, when I was at school, which was only 2 days a week, like, I would go to school and come home and video chat with people. And video chat with them whenever I did something. Whether I was watching a movie, whether I was filming a video. Like, at that time, I used to film videos while I was on chat with them. Or I just wouldn't film videos at all.
Yeah,
and
I
just
remember
get
that.
caught up with the video chatting. It was kind of becoming my, like, when people turn to drugs or alcohol, for me it was the video chatting. Because I wanted to feel accepted. I wanted to feel loved. I wanted to feel that feeling that I wasn't getting.
I wasn't necessarily accepted and loved. I kind of worded that weirdly. I obviously feel accepted and loved by my family, of course. But I think it was just the disconnect of no friendships in life besides my family. That was a big thing for me. I just didn't have any, you know, in-person friendships. So I figured, oh, I'll just connect with online people. That's easy, you know. But I would hang out with them all the time. And, you know, when you hang out with somebody for a long period of time, you tend to get sick of them, or you just want alone time. And I highly, you know, value my boundaries now, because at that time that's not setting boundaries, that's actually very unhealthy boundaries to do that. So I'm so much happier now that I don't do any of this.
Even to myself that I thought that I could give to other people. So, long story short, because of this constant addiction, in the end of it, I got really scared. Cops got involved, or not involved, but like mentioned in a video chat, which really scared me. And I had my first ever, like, really bad panic attack thing in front of my friends at that time. And it was scary. I'm betting those people are scarred from what they saw, but it was totally unhealthy, and it was because of the fact that I wasn't having a healthy relationship with social media,
Yep.
which was a huge thing in my recovery, which I'll go over in a second. But man, it was just awful. My first time in the hospital was because I was hearing voices. The second time was just because I was just lost and I was starting to hear voices a little bit. Went back. This time, like, it was just a major.
To just comment about the whole hearing voices thing, I don't mind talking about this because it's been so long since that happened. It wasn't that I was, schizophrenic or anything. Basically, it was just my inner dialogue. And I thought that it was something else, but it was just my inner dialogue saying nasty things to me, and it was scary. It was a very scary time. Um, and then also, like, when I was saying that I felt lost and stuff, yeah, of course I felt lost. I felt like I had to, be this person online, and I literally treated my family like shit at this time. Like, I wasn't really hanging out with them. They would always be like, why are you always up in your room, blah blah blah, and I'd be like, because I was literally just trying to figure things out. That's all it was. I was just trying to figure things out, and for some reason my go-to was to be online all the time, be, all of that, not just with YouTube, or not just with, what's built up to be Star Sketch now, but just be on there just because, like, that wasn't healthy at all. And which it all led to me feeling these ways, because I wasn't, having healthy boundaries. I wasn't having, I wasn't taking care of myself either. Like, you know, because I took so much time to be online, I, didn't focus on self care or boundaries or loving myself. I didn't even love myself at that time either. Um, it's just crazy. It's crazy how much people don't realize, people can actually change. It'll take a long time, considering, I am where I am now. I was where I was then. And, I used to be how I used to be. But, it's just crazy. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm not getting too personal in this. That was something I was afraid of when rewatching this, because I used to be super personal in high school, which is why I got rid of a bunch of my videos from that time. I don't know why I haven't mentioned names and stuff. I even got in trouble once for it at school. But, like, I'm so glad I'm not being too personal, but I am being honest with things,
Kind of like if like in a plot line of story, it's like leads up and stuff, and at the top there's the climax. This was my breaking point, breakdown, climax, whatever you want to call it, that made me go straight to the hospital. So I literally went to the hospital not too long after that. I was taken, like, social media was taken away from me. After I went to the hospital in January.
Just to mention the social media being taken away from me, it was for my safety of things. So I just wanted to say that I wasn't, like, being forced to not be on. It was honestly just for my own mental health, really. Like, my mental health was so bad when I was online. So this is when I start to actually talk about what I did during the 2 years of being, one, off social media, but also, two, actually putting in the hard work for my mental health.
January 2017, which is what I'm actually going to get into. So I'm going to go through these by year. And I called 27, sorry for my phone. I always used to check it, but now I just leave it. And if I know that there's a notification, I'm like, okay. wow, I'm really popular. In 20...
I like how I say I'm really popular, but I think it was just one person trying to text me or something, and I think it was like my mom, I remember. I don't know.
17, I call it the struggling year. This was before
Yeah.
I knew how much hard work it took to to actually accomplish your recovery. And in 2017, I ran away from my home twice with an unsafe man. Again, I won't mention any names. But yes, I was going to a program. It was kind of like an outpatient program again, just like I did the last time I was in the hospital in this
I'm just gonna skip a little bit because I don't know if I personally feel comfortable like rewatching that. I mean, I've obviously grown from it, but feel free to watch it on your own. I'm just skipping through a little bit, but yeah. I think that was my climax. I don't know why I said before that was my climax. This was definitely my climax.
And he was way older than me at that time.
Alright, skipping more.
I trust them. I kind of erased that whole night out of my head because I
Okay, this is a good point.
Don't want to be triggered by that. But at the same time, I look back on it and say, wow, I've grown as a better person. I am honestly so damn proud of myself.
I still am.
used to be a mess, and now I've worked so hard.
Okay, girl, my past self, it was more than a mess. It was... I laugh at it now, but, like, it was more than a mess. I was unhealthy. I was, not doing what was best for me and my life. And, yeah. Yeah, no, I wasn't just a mess. I was a work in progress, we'll call it.
And I'm now starting to realize that, like, over the past couple of months, I've realized, holy shit, I ran away with an unsafe man 2 years ago. Like, this was in January of this year that I was thinking back.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. But at the same time, I'm like...
What happened to my face?
Holy shit. Like, I was off social media.
What happened to my face here? Do you guys see that? I don't know what happened. But hopefully it fixes itself. Does it ever fix itself? I guess I come in at the end.
And so,
I guess I'm just like this.
I would watch Kaylin Nicholson a lot. Obviously, I watched other YouTubers as well for entertainment and stuff like that, but Kaylin was my mentor. And Kaylin, I doubt you're watching this, but if you happen to...
I basically talk about that I used to watch Kaylin Nicholson, which I listed as one of the people that I'm inspired by, but yeah, her videos just helped me through so much. That was the only thing I was really allowed to, or I allowed myself and my family allowed me to do, was watch YouTube videos. And I could do that through a TV. So I watch her videos. As you should be proud. I am proud of you. I am 8 years sober in recovery. It's only what you put into it and you put in the work. Yeah, I put in so much work. First off, I took a lot from Kaylin and other mental health YouTubers.
For what I have gone through and what I have worked so hard for, and I will continue to the day I die. Be a big fan, be the biggest supporter of you, but also I would one day want to be your best friend.
That's kind of weird that I mentioned that I want to be your best friend. Like, obviously, that's not realistic. She lives in Canada, has a family now, etc. It would be very shocking if I ever got to meet her in person, but I was just, at this time, I idolized her a lot. I looked up to her a lot, because she'd been through a lot, too. But yeah, I talk about her for a lot of this.
2017. I was going to a clubhouse throughout the week. It started off with only a couple days a week.
This part.
Excuse me. And then I started to go every single day. And then I got services not only with Department of Mental Health, but also with a kind of outpatient program. It's more like a community services program called Alternatives. And that was 2017. It was very much the beginning stages.
Yeah, I don't know why it did this.
A lot of crying, a lot of pain.
My face looks so weird here, but no, I'm just kind of talking about that I went through a bunch of different programs. Programs are great. People, talk down a lot about programs, but it kind of just depends on the state you live in. Obviously, some states are worse when it comes to their mental health programs than others. Thankfully, I'm in a state where they have a lot of resources, so I was able to utilize those. Skipping forward a little bit more.
At that time, it was really serious that I did that. And, yeah. But, around that time, too, I was wanting so bad to figure out why I struggle in January, because January...
This is when I start to talk about that January was a triggering month for me, basically. The holidays are November, December, and I would feel pressure to even go to, like, family events because everyone talked about how great their year was, blah, blah, blah. And I felt very uncomfortable during this time to talk about my mental health stuff. But now, it's like mental health is talked about so much that people don't even really, like... I don't feel like people judge me over the fact that I, like, put my mental health first, because mental health is so important. So the fact that I did all this work and felt ashamed of it and felt, that I'm not ashamed of it, but felt ashamed of even talking about it with my extended family members. Not my immediate family. I felt very comfortable with them, but it was more like extended families, like cousins, aunts, uncles, that sort of thing. I just felt very uncomfortable talking about it, and so this is what I'm talking about here. Skipping forward a little bit more.
Trying to apply for it, and I got approved, and in January was my first check, which was a huge accomplishment for me.
This is when I start to talk about I got into SSI, which is still, my main source of income. I've talked about this before, but I do start sketch and everything on the side under the table, that sort of thing. And yeah, it's been like 5 years since I've been on 6 years, something like that I've been on SSI. But anywho, skipping forward more.
It's very interesting, and it's all about how to take what you feel and turn it into action.
And then this is when I talk about dialectical behavioral therapy, which if you guys have never heard about it before, do your research. Dialectical behavioral therapy, aka DBT. It changed my life forever. I have so many worksheets in my mental health binder about this. Just look it up. Even find mental health worksheets on it. You don't even have to take a group for it. If you don't want to, you can learn about it yourself. I think there's probably so many YouTube videos on it. I highly, highly, highly recommend it to anybody to just at least try it. I mean, everyone's mental health is different on how they cope with it and everything, but DBT was so much, it helped me a lot. I'll just say that. Skip forward a little bit more.
Alternatives transitioned over to Riverside, so I had a big change there of new people and everything.
I just talk about, I went from one program to another.
One thing I forgot to mention in my notes that I just realized is that starting in 2017, when I started to get DMH services and I started to see alternatives and all that, I started to have team meetings every month.
This is when I started to, really focus on what I was going to work on for the next month, what I did over the past month, how my mental health has been. Like, that was so beneficial to me. I still have to this day, and sometimes when I'm bored, which is kind of rare when I'm bored. I don't really feel bored very often anymore. But when I do have those rare occasions where I feel bored or I feel nostalgic about my mental health recovery process, which doesn't happen often, but when I do think about it, I do look into this. On my Google Drive, I would write out a whole thing. I literally wrote out a list of team meeting notes, what to talk about, what this person has done for me, what I can work on with this particular person, da-da-da-da-da. Like, that was so great for me that, like, even just, you don't even have to, like, if you're struggling with your mental health right now, you don't need to have you don't have to have a team. Just sit with yourself every month and be like, what am I going to do over the next month to make my mental health manageable? Or how am I going to cope through this month? What are my goals for this month? And that's essentially what it was, but they were kind of assisting me throughout it because I definitely needed that assistance during that time. So I just talk about that, how I had, like, monthly team meetings to kind of talk about that, and which you guys could easily do. Like, you don't even have to have, like, a mental health team like I did. I just, basically just kind of would every month check in with them, but you can even check in with yourself and be like, what can I accomplish over the next month to better my mental health?
We just kind of hit it off. We always had to talk on the home phone and stuff like that. He got to meet my parents and all of that.
This is when I talk about that I met a person and started talking to him, and then we started dating for a little bit, but it was just not the right time to start dating, especially during that time, because I would never, it just didn't work out, you know, like talking on the home phone when I had a home phone at the time. Does anyone still have like a home phone, like a landline number? We don't anymore. We got rid of ours, but it's just crazy that that used to be a thing.
Only my recovery, but also for myself, because I had always been the one to wait for the guy to break up with me, or the guy.
That is very true. I used to be that kind of person, but now literally the past like 4 major relationships I've had, I was the one that ended them, which is kind of insane to even think about that I actually took that control. But as you can see, you can still have control of things in your life. Like, you don't. I always used to think I used to not have control in my life, and then when I learned through my, you know, programs and groups and all of that, that you do have things that you can, you know, whatchamacallit, that you can control in your life. This is when I started doing that. One prime example was, you know, who I was in a relationship with, who I was friends with. This was when I was starting to really figure out what my boundaries were. This was like my foundation of my boundary setting. Skipping forward more.
But when I'm alone, it's not like I'm struggling, and it's not like I feel lonely. I feel very content with myself, and I love myself for who I am and what I do every day, and when I film videos, and when I work on art, and when I work on my church stuff. Like, I feel like I have a purpose.
Okay, well, this is when I used to be a Sunday school teacher, by the way, so I don't do that anymore. But just, you know, having a focus, having a passion was really all I really needed. And I feel like getting into artwork, getting into Star Sketch, making YouTube videos for you guys, doing these live streams for you guys, like all of this stuff that I do for Star Sketch, I treat it like a job. And if it wasn't for all of this, I don't know what my life would look like, honestly, but like I love what I do. I love inspiring you guys. The fact that you guys even said that I inspire you the most, like, it's just insane to me how I used to feel like so like hidden from the world and felt like no one really knew me, and now like I'm almost at 600 subscribers, which isn't a lot in some cases on YouTube, but to me, that's a lot. 600 people supporting me. Like, that's so much to me, and it means so much to me that you guys support me. But that was the kind of thing that I realized, was that I just really needed a passion. I needed to really go for something, and that's when Star Sketch started to bloom. Skipping a little more.
Lessons, and I do not plan to drive ever. For that.
Oh, and then this is where I started to talk about like driving and stuff, which I have tried before, but currently in my life, I just don't find the need to drive currently. Plus, I wouldn't even have enough money to even get a car, so that's like a whole other thing. So it just, you know, it didn't work out, and that's okay. Some people still my age, you know, don't drive or whatever, and yeah. Okay, let's see what I have to say in this like clip that I added at the end.
Matter. I've kind of made that decision because.
Hey guys, so different angle and everything. My memory card got full, so I'm gonna have to export all this together and all that kind of stuff, but it's okay. So I'm just gonna record this last little part. I was literally almost done, but of course my camera did that, so.
Just to let you guys know, I used to actually use like an actual camera, not my phone as a camera, but now I use my phone as a camera because 4K quality, are you kidding me? Insane. But at this time that iPhones didn't have that. So, yeah.
But yeah, so I could, like I said, I could do a whole different video of why I quit my driving lessons. But all in all, I quit my job because they weren't putting in enough hours for me, and so I felt.
I also talk about how I had my first job after everything, which was insane. But it was actually really a lot of fun. It just got really stressful at the end, and I couldn't handle it, and that's when I kind of realized that I like working for myself almost, even though I don't really make an actual annual income. You guys know what I mean. I just would rather do something I'm passionate about than working just to get a paycheck every week. You know what I mean? Anyhow.
Very responsible with doing that. And also, I quit my driving lessons because, well, if you guys want me to do a video on that, let me know. Because there's a lot to go into it.
Long story short, I just went through like a whole traumatic experience with it. Wasn't my fault. Almost got into an accident basically with another car, and it scared me. It scared me a lot, but it's okay. We're good now. I've moved past it, but yeah.
And then from March to May, I had better friendships. I'm preparing for my Riverside graduation. And yeah. And then the end of March, I started dating.
The graduation thing that I talk about, I basically was so close to basically not having a set program to be a part of, basically. So this was like kind of the dwindling down of like how big my mental health team was, and it was like dwindling down to like 2 or 3 people at this point.
Dating a man named Sean, and that was a huge change for me, especially because
I like how I said I wasn't gonna name names, and then I just named his first name. Whatever. Yeah, I forgot about that. That wasn't. I don't even count that as a relationship, but I did at the time. You know.
because of my ex, my recent ex, I should say. And on April 19th, I made it official with this guy. And I was very much more responsible about it, I guess. Like, I made it.
I thought I was responsible, but he wasn't. So there's that.
A few weeks until I decided to ask him. Or I forget who asked each other. I feel like it was me. But yeah, so currently in my life, I'm on a healthy diet. I do healthy habits. I wake up early and all that kind of stuff. I do YouTube, obviously. I do
Still
church
do it.
work. I kind of like make
I don't
the
do the church
bulletins
work
in order
anymore
of
though.
worship. I'm a Sunday school teacher and everything like that. I have Star Sketch, which has been awesome. Like, I have my Etsy shop.
This is when I started Star Sketch. I'm gonna cry. The growth. This is great.
Shop, which I'll link down below. I have my Threadless shop, which I'll talk more about that at the end of this video.
Oh, that's
Link down
probably my
below.
merch at the time.
And I have Sean, my boyfriend. He's been amazingly.
Yeah, that didn't work out. We're not gonna talk about that. Let's just say, not my fault. Not my fault. I broke it off with him. That's all we're gonna say.
Supportive of everything that I do, and I feel like this is the most healthiest relationship I've.
False. That is 100% false. It was not the healthiest relationship I've ever been in. I don't think I've ever been in really a healthy one. I mean, Patrick, maybe, as you guys know about him. But, like, then it wasn't healthy at all. So I don't know if I really actually ever experienced a healthy one before, to be honest. And so that's weird. Sheesh. Okay, let's
Ever
finish
been
this.
in. And then friends and family, of course. So yeah, that's my 2 years of recovery. If you guys want me to get into more details about anything, of course I still have my coping skills, which I've done a coping skills video already. Again, I will have it linked down below and in the button thing.
Exactly,
But I want to talk
surrounded by
about my
colors.
Threadless account or shop that I have. So I have my Etsy shop, which is all my original artwork on canvas and everything.
Do I just
Stuff.
talk
There's
about-
so many things on there that you can have my art on. You can even have just a simple. Enjoy this long ass video, and
Long ass video.
I will see you in the next one, which will be all about.
Alright, so that was basically the end of it. If you guys want to go and watch the full thing, feel free. And again, there's so many different. I even have like a recovery update video that I did and stuff like that, like after all of this happened. But we're not gonna get into that right now at this very moment. But yeah, that's That was crazy. That was a crazy journey we just went on together. The fact that that's where I was then versus now. Crazy. So I don't really have time to do my own coloring, so I guess I have to do that after. But who is still in the chat? I, didn't forget about the mental health giveaway. So if you're still in the chat, let me know. And I'm gonna get the wheel of names thing set up. I'm gonna do it on my computer because it's just easier. And we're gonna finish up this live. I'm sorry I didn't get to do a color in chat. I'll definitely have to go on a live on Instagram or something maybe another time to just do like a color in chat with you guys, talk about, what's going on now with me and my spiritual journey and my weight loss journey and all that. Talk about current things. But let me know who's still in the chat. I'm gonna get the wheel of names thing up because, But who is still in here? I'd love to know. So then we can spin the wheel to see who wins. Oh my god, all the people I had before. I'm in the chat, lol. Okay, surrounded by colors. Alright, I'm just gonna do whoever was in the chat. So surrounded by colors, Livy G. We had, let's see, Cody. I could just let him know if he does win. We had Colorful Dreams, Poppin', and I will tag these accounts in like a post, so then if they're not in here still, I can tag them so they know that they won, so they can reach out to me. Maria was in here, and I think that was it for people that popped in. Yeah. All right. So we have Surrounded by Colors, Livy G, Cody, Colorful Dreams, and Miss Jody. So we're gonna spin to see who wins to end off this live, and I will be reaching out to whoever wins via Instagram. So be sure that you're following me on Instagram, which is up here for you guys on this side. But yeah, so let's spin the wheel and see who wins. Again, 2 winners. You get the mental health print pack and the mental health sticker pack. So let's see. Surrounded by colors! Yay! I probably should have shared my screen while doing that, but like, you guys trust me. Surrounded by Colors is the first winner. Hold on, let me get a sticky note out so I know that that's yours. Where's my pen? There it is. Surrounded by Colors, so be sure to hit me up on Instagram so we can talk about your, how I can ship it to you, etc. So yay! Surrounded by Colors! Here is yours, and then we will remove you, and now we will spin for the second and last prize. So let's see who is our other lucky winner for today. Ooh, it's right on the edge. Colorful Dreams, aka Denise. Congratulations. We got 2 people from the coloring community. That's awesome. So Colorful Dreams, aka Denise, I will have to message her on Instagram to let her know that she won. And yeah, so that's crazy. So yeah, feel free, those of you that won, hit me up on Instagram so I can get your shipping information. These will probably just come in like a little envelope thing, so it won't really, be too big of a package, but yay! I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for joining this live, by the way. If you haven't already and you're watching this either in the future or now and you're new, hit that subscribe button. It really means a lot. On top of that, be sure to stay tuned for next week, where on my Discord, we're going to be doing a therapeutic art event at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till 6 p.m. And we're going to be doing a therapeutic art activity together and talk about what therapeutic art is and how you can incorporate it into your life and some other things. So be excited for that. Again, that is going to be only in the Discord server. So be sure to join the Star Sketch Discord server in the description down below. It's the Linktree link, and then you can just choose the Star Sketch Discord server and go through there. But yes, I'm so excited for that. Just to let you guys know, I have a new video coming out tomorrow and Friday, so be excited for that. And yeah, that's all I have to talk about. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was a blast going down memory lane with my mental health journey. Oh my god. Doing some journaling, and I wish we got a chance to do some coloring, but hopefully you guys colored during, watching the video or whatever. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys all in my next live or video or short or wherever I see you guys. Bye guys!